Hello, Broken Top, my old friend. So we are in an Alpine Tundra Wilderness Meadow Wonderland Zone. Way up high in the mountains. Started at Todd Lake Trailhead. Ascended a forest, alpine forest, switchbacks, climbed, went through what I like to call the intermediate range, kind of an Alpine Tundra meadow zone like this with intermixing alpine forests. That's when the views of Broken Top, looking up at it, start to open up. Now, we've done what I like to colloquially refer to as the climb. The hardest section is behind us. Very steep, graded section. When you climb up and get parallel to a creek, you kind of go parallel to Bald Butte to your right. Now we're in what I consider to be the upper zone, like the upper third, if you're dividing this into thirds. And we're probably at the first part of the upper third, so we still have a little ways to go, but it's mostly going to be tundra, alpine tundra hiking like this. See that mountain over there? That's Broken Top. Essentially, to the right here, we're going to go around this little mound hill and end up in the cirque of the mountain to our left, Broken Top. And really the star is going to be No Name Lake. It's a beautiful alpine lake. Actually my favorite alpine lake in all of Oregon. But you can't see it till you get up there and you get to walk the shoreline. Highly recommend walking past it up to Bend Glacier Viewpoint. Then you get to turn around and descend back into that basin with money shots of No Name Lake the whole way. Slice of heaven, my friends. Maybe one of the best views in all of Oregon, in my humble opinion. So that is what I'm going to do today, October 12th. Kind of on the tail end of the season, you can be able to come up here. Consider it to be about maybe a 10-12 week window where you can even access this area snow-wise, and we're near the tail end of it, October 12th. This area will become a new Snowmageddon here in a few weeks. Won't be accessible for another 9 to 10 months, so you got to get while the getting's good. So I am up here doing that. I think I timed this well. On a Wednesday is a permit trail, so I got my permit. Got here at sunrise, mainly for temperature and hydration management, energy management. I'm pretty much the only one here. So one person in the parking lot, but beyond that, I haven't seen a single person on the trail. Like, it's pretty much my solo experience. So, hey, if you're living in the Central Oregon area or if you're visiting, if you can try to carve out some time in October, come do some hiking. You will not regret it. I'll tell you that right now, because you will have gorgeous views, no snow, no mosquitoes, moderate weather, and the place to yourself. And what is not to like about that? It's funny, when I describe this Alpine Tundra area, the word that always comes to mind is pristine. Like, this is a perfectly manicured, groomed trail. Kind of has a world-class feel to it. This is definitely a world-class hike. This is a destination hike. If a person's coming through the area from Europe or Asia, you want to do a couple hikes in Central Oregon, I would definitely recommend Broken Top as one of your picks for sure. Again, I like it. I like the Todd Lake version, which is a longer version, 13.5 miles. A lot of people just do the Broken Top Trailhead, which is much shorter, but I'm a glutton for punishment. I think you gain a lot by doing it from Todd Lake. You pause and scan over. Interestingly enough, I can tell you from my own personal experience, see this ridge across the way beneath those trees, kind of above this ground area? That is a very popular place people like to put their tents. So I've been here several times, and quite often you'll see a few tents. If I was here August or September, October is kind of the shoulder season at this point, so there's nobody here, which is good for me. But if I was here prime season, straight ahead on that kind of sloped ridge below that tree line, you'd see 2, 3, 4, 5 tents right there normally. For some reason, that's a very popular backcountry camp area, and I've seen tents down there before. This is kind of a camping zone, so this is actually the first time I've ever been here and seen no tents. So I guess that's another reason to come in October. Not that if you see tents, it really is that big of a deal, it detracts from much, but so we will continue to ascend. You see all sorts of signs like this. It just says closed for restoration. What they really mean is do not put your tent in this zone because it's a fragile alpine environment that they're trying to develop. Broken Top's like my favorite mountain in Oregon. No Name Lake is my favorite alpine lake. Three Sisters Wilderness is my favorite wilderness. And that's what we're doing, all three of those today. So by default, how can this not be one of, if not my favorite hike? So there's, I'd say 7 hikes in Three Sisters are like my favorite hikes in Oregon. So I definitely think Three Sisters is the money area. If you are a wilderness adventurer like myself, you like long distance hiking like I do. Look at that. That is beautiful Mount Bachelor behind us. Just look at this. Got a little bit of a creek, a little bit of a glisten on it from this morning sun. And we've got this beautiful Alpine